I'm about to go over why I don't care whatsoever about the 200,000 Bitcoin that the US government has. And people have been wondering, writing me saying, hey, are they going to sell? And like, how bad is that going to be for Bitcoin? I don't care. Here's why. They hold 200,000 Bitcoin. That's worth $5.66 billion at these prices, give or take. Don't know if Bitcoin just jumped another $1,000 wouldn't before you watch this, but that's it. And I think the trading volume of Bitcoin, the 24-hour trading volume, just today is around $13 billion. So people would be very thankful for them to dump their Bitcoin. I mean, wouldn't you? How great of news would that be? And keep in mind, how great of news would that be for the giant banks like BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, anybody that's obviously they know that a spot ETF is coming out. So people are really anxious to get their hands on as much Bitcoin as possible. So bring it on. Next up, I'm going to go over some freaking crazy data, economic data that's literally going to probably blow your mind if you actually understand how much they are printing. Okay, Biden plans to ask US Congress for $100 billion in additional Ukraine-Israeli aid. And that is according to Bloomberg. Now, Dylan LeClaire says the US is bankrupting itself to fund foreign wars. The coffers are actually being looted. Who are the coffers? Well, it is the US taxpayers. This has always been the case. The trend is simply accelerating, just as I said way like the beginning of the year. I said this year they're going to print more currency than any other time in the history of the United States. Taxpayers are merely cattle at this point. He is exactly right. They are treating the US citizenry like cattle. Now, the US Treasury, Janet Yellen, says that America can absolutely fund another war. Well, sure, they can just print because they have the global reserve currency. They can just print. But imagine, like, this is going to cause so much inflation. And keep in mind, the more they print, the more they have to print to keep up the debt bubble, right? So it's going to be really interesting to see how they say, hey, we want more interest rate hikes. Can you imagine all the interest of the US debt the more they raise interest rates? At this point, the US spends for its debt, the interest on its debt, the amount that the US military spends. It's out of control. Now, we have other news about Binance. So as you know, I'm not trying to smash Binance whatsoever. You know, I think Binance is going to be around and it's probably going to thrive a lot of places, but not in the Western countries, right? Not in Canada, not in the US, and probably not in Europe. So Binance US has suspended all USD withdrawals. Also, Binance has dropped FDIC, that's Binance.us. Now, Binance will also stop accepting new UK users, which is really unfortunate because, you know what, Binance is my favorite centralized exchange. It is easy, it's a very good user interface, but it's unfortunate that they are absolutely being kicked out of Western nations. Now, lastly, about the ETF, some good news. JP Morgan expects spot ETF approvals to come within months, and this is according to the block. You know what? I think one day you're going to wake up and you're going to see the price up $5,000, $10,000. You're going to be like, what just happened? You're going to go on Twitter or whatever. Oh, ETF just got approved. I think it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise. And if you've been following us at learningcrypto.com, you will know what we are buying, what we are selling, and what we are accumulating. Our microcaps as well have been hitting all-time highs pretty much every day this week. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.